Go. Hey guys, welcome back to Deus Ex. You missed a conversation with Pritchard about the virus. A virus. Someone broke into the system and hacked it. That's what you missed. It was like a 2-second conversation. I'm sorry. I apologize. Won't happen again. Go talk to Pritchard before you even go talk to Seraph. What?
I said it's like BattleNet.
Yeah. Yes. Very much so. Blizzard, get your shit together.
Who's that?
I guarantee you in a week.
Who's that?
It's Pritchard. This is the guy?
Is that who we're talking to first?
Yes. I guarantee you, in a week, Blizzard will not have Legion up and running.
Oh no, they never do.
They're gonna get DDoSed again. It's your internet service provider. We're looking into it. They're looking into everyone's...
Looking at my internet service.
That's what made no sense about it, why they put that up. Just Blizzard, admit you got fucked again. That's what you guys need to admit.
They need better guys. They need to fire the guys.
You need to take your shit. It's nothing about that. It's just literal cyber shit.
Who's the guy that hacks into stuff? Where's the fun?
Well, I mean, they do it for, like, political reasons. And, like...
There are no political reasons.
I don't know. I don't know how to explain it to you.
You wanna know what? You know the hacker that probably hacks into Blizzard? Blizzard's database or whatever?
Yeah.
You wanna know what he does? He probably watches baseball.
Well, I mean, what is that?
Football. It's basically the same thing, though. He can make a statement on video games are ruining people, but...
What are you talking about? That's probably not what they're doing. It's honestly like, well, I don't want to say that's what it is, and I don't want to, like, start a conversation, but they've gotten DDoSed quite persistently after they shut down Nostralis. You noticed that? Did you notice that? I'm not saying it's people who played on the server, but it very well might be people who played on that server. Straight after they did it, they've been getting, like, attacked every other week. I've already had this conversation with Matthew, but in a few years, there's going to be total cyber warfare, and there's going to be fucking Terminators walking around. We're fucked. There's going to be fucking Terminators everywhere.
No. You want to know what cyber warfare is, Marky? Flood the YouTube comments. Flood the Twitters.
Well, people already hack other people's, like, YouTube channels.
Which I don't see.
This is your first day back since the...
I don't know. It's kind of asinine. It's like, the one that really kind of got me pissed off, and someone posted it in the comments of the video. We already talked about this, but when Watch Mojo got hacked, the guy literally changed all the names on all the videos. And then some guys all like, what? Oh, just choose what you want.
I don't know.
So, like...
Matthew?
Go ahead, pick one. Do you want to be Mean Jensen?
Guy.
Do you want to be Mean Jensen, or do you
Left
want to be
Matthew.
Cool Guy Jensen?
Left guy.
It's like Commander Shepard. What do you want to do? Do you want to be the captain that literally cares about nothing? Or do you want to be the strict captain that's apparently the bad guy? So, when Watch Mojo got hacked, a guy left it in the comments in one of their videos because I was looking at, like, all the things because I was like, oh, this fucking guy hacked their thing. And he posted his Twitter on it, by the way, in the comments. He posted his Twitter. And I was like, oh, God. Some guys all like, some poor unpaid intern's gonna have to rename all these.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, fuck, yeah. I was like, yeah, he actually is. Some guy, they literally had an unpaid intern probably do that. And I feel bad for that guy. That I think all of them are switched now.
People say stuff, but they don't know the damage it does. It's like a kid says something on, like, Call of Duty, being all like, hey, I'm gonna hack your account and steal your info. You wanna know what?
But I guarantee you that kid in Call of Duty's not gonna do it.
Every time a kid says that, you wanna know what I bring up? I'm all like, yeah, that's illegal and I could get you in trouble for it. And he's like, I'm just joking, man. Just joking. Because once they know what they did, like, you can stand in the YouTube comments and bash
and then once you figure out that they can't get caught for it.
What?
You know how much people, like, how hidden people's, like, shit is for that? It's getting political, and I don't want to get into this, but they hide themselves very well. I mean, a kid doing it, nah, he'd get fucking in trouble in no time. That shit would be tracked in seconds. But literal, like, people, like, I'm not going to start bringing up people who hack other people, because that literally gets into a whole, like, political fucking debate, and I don't like having those kind of debates, but you look at these, like, higher up people, and they don't get caught because they hide themselves so well. They literally hide themselves perfectly. Like, it's just that thing, like, ninjas. Like, think of a ninja.
Alright, Marky.
A ninja back in the old, like, ninjas weren't,
You know that link to that guy's Twitter?
Yeah.
There's an email under that name, under his Twitter account.
Mm-hmm.
Now, before you say, well, he made a fake email, but most of the time,
I'm not talking about a guy who hacks a YouTube channel.
You have to make an email off of an email.
I'm not talking about a guy who makes a YouTube channel, Joshua. I'm talking about, like, higher up people who literally break down companies. See what I'm saying? I'm not talking about guys who just hack YouTube channels. Yeah, but it's like they're not gonna get caught because they're in, like, that ninja status. And what I mean by ninja status is, no, they're not fucking, like, crazy ass motherfuckers who are, like, hiding in, like, the tops of buildings. They're normal people. Like, ninja, yeah, they're probably the dudes in Starbucks right now you're sitting next to sipping his Frappuccino. That's probably a fucking dude. No
self-account.
It's literally like you look like ninjas back in like oldie times. They didn't wear black outfits. They didn't sneak around. They were regular people. They wore villager clothing. They were normal dudes. They weren't like some fucking, like, high-tech bullshit. What pisses me off is that there was always the misconception with ninjas, like, oh man, they, like, carry, like, kunai and ninja stars, and they have size, and they, like, infiltrate places.
You mean Naruto?
It's like, yeah, that's what people think when they think it.
That's pretty much what people base it off of.
That's what people think. Oh, this guy's very, he's very, how do I put it? How would you put, like, an animal?
Ferocious?
He's like he has primal. He's very primal. He's aggressive on certain things, and he sticks to them. That's his, like, personality. He's primal.
So what do I pick?
Well, did you read what he said?
Maybe.
Pritchard got mad because he opened up a firewall for him to take out data. So there's a hole in your firewall and people are stealing from the company right now. So you can pitch them out for it, or you can do whatever you want.
Matthew.
Yeah, there you go. I that's the one I picked. So yeah, no, it's definitely that thing that is very misunderstood. There's a lot of things that are misunderstood. Like, the common glaive talk I have with people, that's always a thing that, like, people are always all like, when people think of glaives, they think of
a warglaive.
No, well, that's not what a glaive there's no such thing as a warglaive.
In World of Warcraft.
In World of Warcraft.
And wait, someone did actually make the warglaive. You can look up.
Oh, yeah, I'm really glad someone made a warglaive. I'm talking about actual glaives.
Yes, but it's an actual weapon now.
No, it's not. That
He made it.
Yeah, but that's from a video game. That doesn't count as, like, a real-life weapon. I can't walk up tomorrow and make some weird-ass lance with, like, 5 swords coming off of it and be like, medieval weapon. They didn't use it. It doesn't count. Yes, he made a Wargrave from World of Warcraft,
It's
but that's
still a weapon.
no, it doesn't count because
It
it
doesn't
wasn't.
matter if it's not a medieval
It
weapon,
wasn't
but it's
used.
a weapon.
What do I care if some
Well, they
dude
did
made
use
it? Some dude in his basement literally could be making what I just said. That doesn't count as a weapon. It is a weapon, but it's not a weapon. You see what I'm saying?
Weapon.
It's still the misconception of what it is. A glaive is not what Illidan carries around. It is literally...
Yeah, but the glaives aren't even called... the Warglaves aren't even called glaives. They're called Warglaves.
But it's a glaive. It's like Maeve. Maeve carries around a glaive. What she carries is called a glaive. Why? It's not even close to a glaive. A glaive is basically an axe handle with an axe bit at the end. It looks like an axe almost. But it's like a curved blade. It has like a thrusting part to it, and then it has the chopping. That's what a glaive is. A glaive is not glowing fell energy blades.
First of all,
that demon hunters carry.
there's...
In Blizzard standards, yes, if we're talking about... Literally, if me and you are having a conversation about World of Warcraft right now, you can be like, that is a lore weapon in World of Warcraft. It is a glaive. In World of Warcraft, that is considered a glaive. In lore-wise, if we're having this conversation about WoW, then yes, that's a glaive. But if we're having a real talk about weapons, and you come up to me and you're like, motherfucker, I like glaives, the ones from WoW. So like, no, that's not a fucking glaive.
I'd say I like Warglaves.
That's not that.
See, when you're,
that's not
right,
called. That's
right,
not a
people,
weapon.
When you're having a conversation with a friend on what weapon you like most ever, you say Warglaves.
That's not a real weapon.
But they call it that for a reason.
But that's not a real
not
weapon. But it's not a real weapon.
It's called Warglaive.
You can't have a conversation with me about real weapons and then say, "Hey, I like a Warglaive." Do you know how unconventional an actual real life Warglaive would be?
What are the names? What is the name of Illidan's Warglaive from World of Warcraft?
6 months ago, mercenaries knew stuff about this company that I didn't.
Warglaives of Azeroth.
Warglaves, not glaive.
But that's not what we're saying. We're not having a conversation about World of Warcraft. Real life.
You're saying that it's a glaive. It's not a glaive.
I know it's not a glaive. That's what I said.
Warglaive.
But it's not a real weapon. What I'm trying to say, I think we're misunderstanding what we're saying here.
People don't understand. When something's made, it's a thing.
No.
It is a thing.
Absolutely not.
It is
That does not qualify as a weapon.
But if it's made, then it is a thing, isn't it? It counts as a thing.
But it's not a weapon. You can't just say it is.
Yes, it is. It's sharp. It can do something.
Of course it can. But it's not a medieval weapon.
But it's still a weapon.
Yeah, of course it's a weapon. I can sharpen a pencil and kill someone with it. It's a weapon.
So that confirms my argument. Warglaives are a thing.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
World of Warcraft made it. If we're talking about actual weaponry, that is not a real thing. I'm talking about back in the day. Talking like way back. Weapons that European knights used and stuff. Like fucking Scottish dudes.
Alright, you need to understand this. I did not say a medieval weapon, I said weapon.
It's still not. It's not a real weapon.
Now. If it's a thing in real life, then it's a real weapon.
It's not a real weapon.
It's a real weapon that you could use.
So unconventional. Imagine lugging that shit around. Do you think dudes back in like the Night Age would be running around with warglaives? No, they wouldn't. They're so unconventional.
I'm just saying, it is a weapon.
I guarantee you they're fucking heavy. And swinging two of them would literally probably cut you. You would probably cut your own head off if you tried swinging those around. And there's gonna be no shirtless dudes. You think you're gonna walk around in knight armor with those motherfuckers? Chainmail? I don't fucking think so. Why are you carrying something that heavy? It's honestly a terrible idea. If we want to be fair here, it'd be a ceremonial weapon. It's like the batleth from Star Trek. The things the Klingons use that look like, it literally looks like a warglaive. It looks like a backwards warglaive from World of Warcraft. That's what it looks like. There you go.
Then it is one.
Star Trek and...
Well, if someone made
it's not real. But it's not real.
They made it.
It's an in-game...
Wait, but are you saying it's not real when it's in real life?
It's not real.
But
it's a TV show.
Marky,
it's an artificial thing made from an artificial universe.
If I take
Do we consider that a
World
weapon?
of Warcraft and make it, you're not going to consider it a weapon?
What kind of weapon is it? Like, if you make a dagger from WoW, it's a dagger. It's considered a dagger. Warglaive...
Back on conversation. Warglaive. I make a Warglaive.
It falls under no category.
Marky, it is a weapon, though.
What category does a Warglaive fall under?
It is...
A spear?
It is a weapon, though.
I can fucking tell you it does not fall under a glaive, because that is not what a glaive is.
Marky, why is it that if someone back then said, hey, I'm gonna name this a Warglaive, you'll consider it something.
Yeah.
But when a guy nowadays says, this is a Warglaive, you'll say no. And pass it away.
Well, because there's no, like, blacksmiths or armor smiths around anymore.
Marky,
to make those kind of weapons. I consider what's a weapon? M14? M14's a weapon? I consider an M14 or a Desert Eagle a weapon because...
it can do physical harm.
It can do physical harm, but it's conventional. It can be used now. No one's gonna murder someone with Warglaives. As soon as that motherfucker steps out in the street and tries to murder someone in a Starbucks, that motherfucker's getting shot. You can't run around with giant weapons. I do not make those consistent as weapons because it's so late now. You cannot use that. That literally is gonna happen. You see that shit? You see how there is a city on top of another city? That is going to fucking happen. I guarantee you, 200 years down the line, fucking Japan's gonna be all like, fucking old Japan sucks. Let's build another Japan. But we can't destroy regular Japan because poor people live here. So let's build a Japan on top of Japan that's for rich people. That's gonna happen. I guarantee you that will happen. It's like Midgar. Little Final Fantasy VII reference for you there. That's exactly what it is. Actually, you know what? I say that.
It's like Dalaran.
No. There's nothing built on top of Dalaran. Dalaran is a flying city, but it's not built on... there's nothing built on top of it. The best thing you could say is... oh, here you go. The Undercity. That's like an opposite thing. Because Lord Aaron used to be there, and then they built it underneath. A new city underneath. So it's like an opposite.
I know.
There's no sun here.
But it is a
You
Warglaive.
can't grow fruit. Vegetables.
Warglaive is a weapon. That's the final
like
end of this argument.
What?
shops.
People, if you want to,
That's
you can...
disgusting. Oh my god, look at those ads. That's gross. There's
People,
naked ladies
you
on
can
them.
relay your opinion on this argument if you want.
You're wrong, though.
But if it's made in real life, then it is a real thing, and it's a weapon.
No, not nowadays. If it was made back in...
Oh my gosh, what the
I
fuck?
don't count it. If it wasn't made by, like, a ye old blacksmith, I'm not counting as a weapon. Because, honestly, it's Joshua, anyone... This is what I'm trying to say. Anyone can make a weapon. If it's not classified... Joshua, is a pencil a weapon?
Have you ever...
Answer me the question, is a pencil a weapon?
It's sharp enough.
Does it count as a weapon, though? Can I run around as a... Can I be all like, hey, check out my medieval weapon. A pencil. A pencil. I killed a man with this.
Hey, I'm gonna ask you a question. Is a pencil made to be a weapon?
Yeah, it depends. If we're falling under your standards, anything can be a weapon. No matter how unconventional it is, it can be used as a weapon.
Technically, yes.
So a pencil is, yes, it's a weapon.
Yeah.
And I can use it as a weapon. So the answer to your question is yes.
Wait, whoa. Would you consider a sharpened toothbrush a
yes,
toothbrush?
I would consider it a weapon, yeah.
Yeah, so a warglaive's a weapon.
No. Well, I mean, in your standards, yes. But nothing unconventional me does not count as a weapon. It's like, honestly, I'm caught in the middle with a Zweihander.
Marky,
do you think a Zweihander's a weapon?
Yes.
What qualifies it for you as a weapon? It was never used in combat. Unless this weapon has taken the life of another man. I do not consider it a weapon.
No.
Yes, that is my qualification for a weapon now.
No.
It must take the life of a man.
Alright.
You must kill. If someone were to go on a killing rampage with a Wargrave, I would now consider it a weapon. If two dudes were to duel each other, can you still do that? Does that qualify? Like, can you duel someone? Is that illegal? To settle dispute, can you duel someone?
Well. Yeah.
Because it's all like, hey, by federal law...
If they both agree, then I think you can.
That's what I'm saying. I was like, by federal law, we both agreed to have a duel. I want this sought out. I want cops there, and I want everyone in the town. We're having a duel. Me and this guy, an old-fashioned duel. 10 paces, turn and shoot. Does that count?
Yeah.
I mean, like, why not, right? It's completely fair.
I think people don't do it now because they're not, like, that anymore.
They're wussies. They're weenies.
Because no one fights for what they Don't listen to me.
It's a duel.
Do not listen to me. Do not listen to what we're saying.
Yeah. No, I hate that. Why do we have to say that all the time?
Well, I just realized because I said, why don't people fight for what they think of? That could turn so bad so fast.
You are disagreeing. You are disagreeing with Andrew WK. Fight for your right to party? Is that what you're doing right now?
Yeah.
No. You fight for your right to party. Fuck you.
I'm sorry.
Man, he knew what he was talking about. Don't take that away from him. Like that weird show he has on Cartoon Network with all those kids.
We already said don't do it, so you can't get us in trouble now.
I don't think we need to say that. Like, no, ever. We do. About anything.
Because some stupid kid will be like, I challenge my friend to a duel. They both take, like, kitchen knives and then fight each other.
That's not a duel.
What?
Alright, we gotta pause this episode.
Wait.
Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys next time on Deus Ex.
Why are we stopping at 20?
Bye-bye.